All right, welcome everyone to another deep dive. We're going to get right into it today, no messing around, help you understand some really complex stuff, without making your head spin, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you're here because you want to be in the know and you want to get there fast.
Absolutely. And today we're diving into something really, really important, I think, which is the future of American manufacturing. And, what kind of skills are we going to need to make it all work?
Totally crucial topic. And we've been digging into some fascinating stuff from EON Reality. They've got this new program, this big initiative for America called the EON AI for Income Academy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Plus, they put out this white paper, Powering U.S. Prosperity, Beating the Skilled Workforce for America's Manufacturing Renaissance. And what we see here and what we want to share with you is this kind of like a double-edged sword,
Yeah.
Huge potential, but also a major roadblock we got to figure out.
Okay, so give us the lay of the land. What's the big picture here?
Okay, so big picture. Tons of investment pouring into U.S. manufacturing, like billions and billions of dollars. And it's happening all over Louisiana, Arizona, Georgia, Tennessee, Texas, you name it.
I mean, that's got to be good news, right? More jobs, more opportunities.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Promises a whole bunch of high-quality jobs, which is awesome. And there's always a but, right? It's not the same old manufacturing anymore,
Yeah.
We're talking cutting-edge stuff now, what they call Industry 4.0 and even 5.0. All about robotics, automation, AI, data crunching, running these super complex systems. Bottom line, the skills you need for these jobs, totally different from what we used to see.
So that's where this whole skills gap thing comes in, right? We got all these jobs, but folks might not have the right training.
Exactly. And it's not like people don't want to work, right? It's that the training, the experience they have, it just doesn't match up with what these high-tech factories need. And the traditional ways of teaching people, well, let's just say they're having a tough time keeping up.
So what does the white paper say about that? What are the limitations?
It lays it out pretty clear. Traditional training, it's slow. Like, you can't just upskill a whole workforce overnight with the old ways. Plus, getting people excited about super technical stuff in a boring old classroom. Not exactly a recipe for success.
Right. Some things are just harder to learn from a book.
You got it. And here's the real kicker. How do you train someone to use a piece of equipment that costs $1 million? Or do a job that's kind of dangerous? You can't just throw them to the wolves, right?
Makes sense. So traditional methods, not really cutting it.
Nope. Too expensive to scale up, too.
So what's EON Reality bringing to the table with this comprehensive program? What's their solution, their secret sauce?
Well, EON Reality, these guys are pioneers in immersive technology. They've been at it for over 25 years, 26 to be precise. And their program, it's all about harnessing the power of AI and what they call extended reality, XR. That's your VR, your AR, all that good stuff. And they're using it to revolutionize how we learn these crucial manufacturing skills. Their big idea, to make it so that everyone can take advantage of these incredible opportunities that AI is creating. They even call it bridging a $15 trillion opportunity gap.
15 trillion. That's a
Yeah.
lot of zeros. So how does their program actually work? Break it down for us for the folks listening.
Okay, so there are four main pieces to this whole thing. First up, you got the EON XR platform with AI autonomous agents.
All right, the EON XR platform. Got it.
This is like your central command, your hub. It's all cloud-based. And this is where those immersive learning experiences are built and delivered. But what's really cool is their text-to-XR conversion. You can take the super dry technical manuals, the kind that would put you to sleep, and boom, instantly turn them into interactive 3D simulations. No coding experience required, which is huge.
Yeah, that is pretty huge.
And you can access these simulations on practically anything. Your phone, a VR headset, you name it. But the thing that really blew my mind, the brainy AI mentorship system. That's like having your own personal tutor, available 24/7, giving you personalized guidance, making sure you understand everything. And it spots any gaps in your learning and adjusts on the fly. Traditional training can't really do that, especially not for a whole bunch of people at once.
So instead of just reading about some complex machine in a manual, you're actually interacting with it virtually. And you've got this AI tutor by your side every step of the way. That's got to be a game changer in terms of how engaging the training is.
Oh, absolutely. It's way more hands-on, way more intuitive.
Okay, so that's the EON XR platform. What's next?
Okay, next up is the EON AI Academy for Income. And this is where things get really interesting. The AI here isn't just a tutor, it's like a talent scout too.
AI Talent Scout, huh?
Yeah. It identifies people who have potential, even if they don't have a ton of experience. Then it tailors these learning paths for them, all within those immersive XR environments we were talking about. And here's the best part. When you finish, you get industry-recognized micro-credentials. These aren't just pieces of paper, they mean something to employers. And the Academy actually helps connect graduates with jobs or even gives them support to start their own businesses, their goal, to create over 1,000 good-paying jobs within 2 years in every region where they set up shop. And the AI part, it stands for AI-powered and income-focused. It's not just about learning, it's about getting you on a real career path.
1,000 jobs in 2 years. That's ambitious, but I can see how that personalized approach and having those industry connections could make a real difference in making sure those are quality, lasting jobs. Okay, so we've got the platform, the academy. What else is in this program?
Right, so the third piece is the EON Career Guide and Compass. Think of it like a GPS for your manufacturing career.
I like that.
It helps you figure out where you are skills-wise, what you need to learn, and then maps out different ways for you to get to specific jobs in your area that are in high demand. And get this, it's designed to work hand in hand with state agencies and community colleges to try to stop what they call brain drain.
Brain drain. That's when talented people leave, right?
Exactly. So it's not just about training new folks. It's about showing everyone, even people who might have left, all the cool opportunities that are right there in their own backyard.
And that's good for communities, keeping that talent local.
For sure. All right, last but not least, you got the EON Entrepreneur Guide with EON Vibe Coder. This one's all about encouraging people to start their own businesses, to become part of that whole manufacturing ecosystem. Their Vibe Coder tech is super cool. It lets you create technical solutions without needing to know how to code, which can be a big barrier for a lot of folks. And the guide helps you find gaps in the market, things that manufacturing companies need, services they're missing. It even has tools to simulate running a business and helps you connect with potential customers. EON's got this huge global marketplace with something like 42 million users.
So not only can you learn the skills for a new job, you could potentially start your own company that actually helps support the manufacturing industry. That's amazing. So we've got this awesome platform, these really targeted programs, but how do they actually get this thing off the ground in the community?
Their approach is what they call turnkey implementation with shared investment. Basically, it's a true partnership. EON provides the tech, the AI mentorship, their proven methods. They've got connections all over the world, and they even put some money in themselves. Local partners like community colleges, state agencies, they chip in too, providing space, helping run things, and often putting up some matching funds. State economic development agencies get involved to steer things in the right direction. Colleges host the academy programs, handle the credentials, and this is key. Industry partners come in and say, hey, these are the exact skills we need, and they promise to interview the folks who graduate.
So everybody's kind of got skin in the game. They all want to see this thing succeed, which is good for the folks who are going through the program, right?
Exactly. It's a team effort, and that's what makes it work so well.
Okay, so what about the actual training itself? What do people learn, and how's it all delivered?
All right, so EON starts by using AI to do a deep dive into what a region's manufacturing needs really are, like what specific skills are in demand. Based on that, they build custom training programs and use that XR tech to create these awesome immersive modules. And they don't just stick to one way of teaching. They use what they call a multi-channel delivery strategy. They have these flagship academy hubs, XR labs in schools and colleges, on-site training centers at companies, even mobile units that can go out to rural areas where it might be harder to get access to this stuff. And of course, anyone with an internet connection can participate virtually. Plus, they have this Train the Trainer program to make sure local folks can keep the program running long term.
Smart. So the white paper mentions some pretty impressive economic benefits for the communities that implement this program. Give us the highlights, the numbers that'll make people go, whoa, okay, this is serious.
Okay, so get this. They're projecting over 1,000 new jobs in each region within 2 years.
That's a lot of jobs.
Oh, yeah, and about $1.7 million in new tax revenue in just that first year. Plus, they estimate a 28% drop in brain drain. Talented folks staying put, helping their communities grow. And because of that influx of skilled workers, they figure each region could pull in an extra $47 million in investment. So the takeaway here, investing in this kind of tech-driven skills training, it's not just about getting people jobs, it's about injecting a whole lot of energy into the local economy.
Those are some seriously impressive figures. And it's great to talk about potential, but are there any real-world examples of this program actually making a difference right now?
Absolutely. The white paper goes into detail about a bunch of state-specific examples, like take Louisiana. They've got a lot of advanced steel manufacturing going on, especially with Hyundai making big investments there.
Yeah.
But they're having a tough time finding enough people with the right skills to run this super advanced equipment.
Right. Makes sense. It's specialized stuff.
Totally. So EON comes in with their AI Academy for Smart Steel. They're using VR to simulate this $1 million equipment.
Yeah.
Imagine learning to operate a complex machine without even having to touch the real thing.
That's incredible.
And they've got the AI mentorship happening there too, of course. What are the results? 47% faster hiring process, and they've managed to boost employee retention by 68%. People are getting into these crucial jobs quicker, and they're sticking around longer.
That's a huge win.
It is. And it's not just happening in traditional manufacturing either. Take Arizona. They've got that massive TSMC semiconductor plant coming in. You know, everyone's talking about it.
Oh, yeah. Huge news.
But one of their biggest challenges is finding people who understand the whole clean room thing. It's a really specific, really important environment in semiconductor manufacturing. You can't just let anyone in there. So EON's using their text-to-XR magic to create these virtual clean rooms. Imagine that. You can practice all the procedures, get real-time feedback on whether you're doing it right, all without risking contamination in a real clean room.
Really clever.
They're also using AR for equipment maintenance. You can see instructions overlaid on the actual equipment. What's the impact? Their pool of qualified applicants is 5 times bigger now, and they've seen an 82% decrease in equipment damage during training. That's huge, right? Saves money, reduces risk, and gets people up to speed faster. It's a win-win for everyone involved.
An 82% decrease. That's insane. It's a testament to how effective this kind of training can be.
For sure. And it's not just limited to 1 or 2 industries either. In Georgia, they're using this for everything from precision machining to high-voltage battery work, supporting Remington and Hyundai's EV battery plant. They've set up multiple AI academies, each one focusing on different skills, and they're seeing people cross-train and move between industries more easily. Plus, they've had 37 new businesses spring up, all run by people who went through the program. They've created over 1,200 jobs in just 18 months and generated $2.3 million in new tax revenue. The entrepreneurial aspect of this is something we're seeing pop up again and again.
Yeah, that's really interesting. You're not just learning a specific skill, you're learning how to think like an entrepreneur, how to see opportunities and create something new.
Precisely. And it's happening in more traditional manufacturing areas, too. In Tennessee, they're focused on precision manufacturing with Smith & Wesson. They're using these virtual assembly environments where you can get feedback down to the micron level, like super precise.
Yeah.
And they're teaching people how to do quality inspections using AI. They've managed to get new hires up to speed 63% faster. And they're seeing a 92% first-time quality pass rate. That means products are being made right the first time, which saves everyone time and money. And then you've got Texas, where Apple and JCB are expanding like crazy. They've created a whole network of academies across their community colleges, and they're using mobile XR units to reach folks in more rural areas, getting them trained in server assembly, welding, robotics, all sorts of things. Over 3,500 technicians trained in just their first year.
Those are some pretty powerful examples. You can really see how this program is taking these abstract ideas and turning them into concrete results. More jobs, better training, economic growth. The white paper also makes some direct comparisons between traditional training and EON's program, highlighting the advantages. What are some of the key takeaways there?
The differences are night and day. They're saying you can cut classroom time by 75% with their XR approach. That means people can learn 4 times faster and get into those good-paying jobs way quicker. Plus, they retain more of what they learned, 75% compared to traditional methods. And they've seen an 87% drop in workplace safety incidents because people can practice in these virtual environments where there's no risk. And the cost savings, massive. 30 to 50% cheaper overall. They're also seeing more people participate, especially from rural communities, and more people finishing the programs because of that personalized learning powered by AI. And when it comes to actually getting a job, their placement rates are sky high. 82% of graduates are employed within 90 days. And like we've been talking about, there's a huge emphasis on helping people become entrepreneurs too.
So it's faster, it's cheaper, but it's also way more effective. It's not just about ticking boxes. It's about making sure people have the skills they need to succeed in these new high-tech jobs and maybe even create jobs for themselves. Their vision, the big idea behind all this, is what they call democratizing manufacturing excellence. What does that mean for the average person, for someone listening to this right now?
What it means is that you don't have to be in some big city, some traditional manufacturing hub to be a part of this. EON believes that the talent is everywhere. It just needs the right tools, the right knowledge, the right connections. And that's what the EON Comprehensive Program is all about. giving you the resources you need to succeed no matter where you live or what your background is.
It's an exciting vision, right? This idea that with the right technology and the right kind of collaboration, anyone, anywhere can be a part of this manufacturing renaissance. So for the folks listening, what's the message they should take away from this deep dive?
The big takeaway is this. This program is a real opportunity for you to get the skills you need, skills that are in high demand, and become a part of this revitalized American manufacturing industry. And this isn't just for people who already have a technical background. This program is designed to help anyone who's got the drive and the potential. And it's about connecting you with real opportunities in your own community.
It feels like this could be a real game changer, not just for individuals, but for the entire country.
Yeah.
And it makes you think, if AI and XR can be used to democratize manufacturing skills, what else could they do? Could we see similar programs in healthcare and energy and other fields where there's a need for skilled workers? The possibilities are pretty mind-blowing.
No doubt. It really opens up a whole new world of potential.
If you're interested in learning more, EON Reality has a ton of information available. You can download their white paper, Powering U.S. Prosperity, Building the Skilled Workforce for America's Manufacturing Renaissance. They've also got a really detailed implementation guide and an economic impact analysis. And if you want to see this tech in action, they even offer personalized demos.
Yeah, all that and more is on their website, www.eonreality.com. Easy to remember.
Awesome. Well, this has been a fascinating look at a truly ambitious program, a program that could have a massive impact on the future of American manufacturing. It's great to see this kind of innovation happening, creating real opportunities for people all over the country. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive. Always a pleasure.
Anytime. It's been great.
And thanks to all of you for listening. Until next time.
See ya.